Oh, all righty. Welcome everybody to Cosmic Q&A, an intimate evening with Christ Sophia. I will be channeling, no guest channel tonight, just to get me and my wonderful self. I still have people texting me saying they're looking for the link, so we will expect more to be joining us. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. All righty. Come on in. Come on in, ladies. Most of you know I mostly attract ladies, but occasionally we have men, a sacred masculine anchoring our energy space here. But tonight really is about messages. It's about you. It's about what I can do to support you in this ongoing journey of our soul awakening. And really what I want to start off tonight with is a little bit of a hmm, summary, an overview that we truly are in a transformative time. Anybody else feel it? Feel a little bit of the trance?
Are you kidding me?
Exactly. Am I kidding? No, I'm not kidding. I'm telling the truth. And from a higher consciousness perspective and perception, we are deepening your connection between your head and your heart, allowing your soul to speak through us. My theme for the year, came loud and clear on the cusp of that new year threshold, was embodiment of our divine human. We all know this. It's no longer cliche to say, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Which side of that equation are you spending most of your time in? The human experience or the divine experience? We're all straddling it. We're all looking at ourselves through that lens of, what is my perception of what is happening? And from a soul's perspective, everything is happening for our highest, for our humanity, our collectives, the collective consciousness to evolve. This weekend held a huge event of divine alignment, offering us all the chance to receive a deeper self-knowing of this. It's likely that you felt it. Were you aware of it? Were you aware of it? And what it was about alignment. The planets lining up is a foretelling of what's happening, above. As is above, so is below. And so, are you in alignment with, in relation to your soul's path? That's what's being ushered in. And as you sense the consequences and decisions that pull you away from your soul's path, these opportunities that all of these astrologists and these psychics and these people that we listen to, I listen to them too. I know you listen to them. There's so much information. You kind of have to hone in on what resonates for you. It's an opportunity for transformation as we step into this next period of transformation in our world. That's really what's happening. And with transformation and any change, quite frankly, there's chaos. Chaos precedes that transformation. Think of any analogy, the butterfly, a house remodel. There's so many different metaphors that I've used in my own spiritual journey. The mess before, the evolution, when we emerge on the other side, transformed. We have the ability right now. We are in the midst of a major transformation. major. And the calling tonight is, and I just want to settle in. I know you have questions, and I'm here to answer your questions, is are you embracing these new beginnings? Are you aligning deeply with your purpose? And these 6 planetary bodies that united, they're uniting right now. They started on Saturday, I believe. Saturday was the part where you could you can't ever really see Uranus or Mars. I mean, they're just too far away without a telescope, but they were there. If you did have your telescope, they would have been visible to the naked eye. But the other ones were, and I think there were 4 that were visible to us, and this rare alignment signals that it's time to align our inner and our outer worlds. So restoring harmony, which I'm really excited about. And the Venus and Mars retrograde are aligning so beautifully in this sort of cosmic dance that are going to help you bring that alignment from your inner and outer worlds and bridge that gap where you feel there might be some tendency to be unsure or uncertain of yourselves. So, all right, let's get started. Tonight is really, I do have a meditation actually I'm going to offer you, and I have it in my head, and Sophia wants to deliver it to you. So, it's a planetary alignment meditation where I don't know if you're aware, but something really cool that she walked me through on Saturday and Sunday, early Sunday morning, actually, is that all the planets align to our chakras. Did you know that? Did you know that? I was like, hello, thank you. I guess I knew that in some way, but I didn't really do the practice. So I don't want to take time tonight, unless you guys want me to. We could do it at the end of tonight. We could tag it on to tonight. But I was like, whoa, Nellie, that sounded cool. So she walked me through kind of a meditation where she literally had me go through each chakra and align me with like string me out and align me to those planets. So if you're interested in that, I'll either record it and send it out to each of you, or we can do it, tag it on to the end of tonight, whichever you prefer. Just pop it in the chat what you want me to do, like send alignment or send meditation or whatever. But what is happening is it's aligning us and helping us to get right with all that stuff about relationship, self-worth, comparison, imposter syndrome, all those things that we go through that sort of shake our foundation, make us feel unsafe or unheard. So as January closes, I'll end with this before we do our Q&A. Uranus moves direct. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. I love you. Uranus moves direct, infusing us with dun, 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 drum roll, please. Changes, swift and mighty changes. Anybody feeling that? Like you're almost toppled over by all. It's a potent reminder that it's going to come fast and furious. And I'm not going to say I told you so, but you're warned. Every single one of you here were warned. And so get ready for the unexpected. And I'm going to ask you in your own self-discovery and journey to remain flexible and open. And this week is a really great week as part of our meditation planetary alignment thing that if we do have time tonight to do it, is that Wednesday's new moon is here, the first new moon of the new year. It's also the lunar new year, which is why it's the new moon, because the Chinese know something we don't. The Chinese New Year is on the first new moon of the year. It's like da 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 cosmic what do I want to call it? Well, the word just escaped me. Logic, cosmic logic, just sort of logical. It's illogical to have it the other way. So today, this week is a logical week. It's the new year, so embrace that. And it's the year of the wood snake, which brings deep transformation. deep transformation, shedding the skin of the snake, letting go of the old and really stepping out into that new. And what happens when a snake sheds its skin? It's kind of vulnerable, feeling a little vulnerable at first. There's a feeling, and is anybody feeling that? Feeling a little vulnerable with all this change in the wind and more is coming. So again, encourage you to build solid foundations in your spiritual work. Some of you may be excited about the changes that are coming, and some of us are a little, maybe not feeling as sure, but that feeling of uncertainty is part of the plan. Take a nice deep breath. And this is just an ideal time to imprint your soul. And I just want to ask everybody to just put your hand on your heart, right or left hand, and then place your other hand over your heart just for a moment and anchor ourselves. This is a year where grounding is going to be so important to you. Grounding your energies, the cosmic energies into the earth plane. And I mean every day, if not multiple times a day. And I just invite that physical and spiritual bodies to merge. And feel the harmonization of the light surrounding you. That's it. Feel it just penetrate all of your light bodies. And then send that light, beloveds, down into the earth through your grounding cord. In whatever way feels right and best for you. And as you build that sensation that you are literally grounding your light, aligning your light into the earth plane, it will create a more stable feeling for you. And allowing that powerful energy to hold you and lift you and keep us all safe. All right. All righty. Beautiful. So once a day, if not multiple times a day, it takes literally, what did that take? 2 minutes? 2 to 5 minutes a day is all it takes. It's not some, extreme request that Spirit is asking us to do, but you have the power to do that every day, to ground that light, that cosmic, benevolent, divine light through you, hence you being the divine conduit. So let's get started with our Q&A. Sophia's already here, so I'm going to go ahead and anchor a little bit more deeply in her, but tonight is about Q&A. I am offering, responses and answers from the divine realms to you to help you upon your path. And anything and everything that is of concern or need for you to know, we welcome you to the circle tonight to be in response to, where you're finding bumping up against difficulty or challenge, or where you just want information. That's all right as well. So go ahead and raise your cosmic, your electronic hand on the board here, and I will call upon you. I see you. Hi. Hello, Aisha. Welcome, welcome, beloved sister. Oh my goodness. It's so wonderful to see you. You are bright as the sun.
Thank you.
Yes.
My challenge is physical. The body is the last to catch up with all these energetic changes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a little rough,
Yeah.
but it's all about physical discomforts and it's really strange stuff. But I know them all to be symptoms of adjusting to the new energies.
Beautiful, beautiful. That is your guidance, your intuitive psychic intuition letting you know, yes, it is time to take ample care of the body temple. Your body is a temple, beloved. I am hearing water, water, water floating and bathing and really nurturing that aspect of you that wants to be in alignment with the elements.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. The elements, earthing, grounding, water, even fire, right?
Mm.
The transmutational power of fire can really assist to bring you into that oneness with the elements, which are all both creative as well as transformative. All right.
Yes.
So right now, the water seems to be the element that is probably the one that is most minimal in your life.
I've been trying to increase that greatly because I was getting water as well.
All right.
So I started swimming so
Ah,
that yep. And that actually helps.
good, good, good. Are you able to lay in a bathtub and soak a bit?
Yes, I have a large soaking tub. Mhm.
Good. And then you have used additives of the salt and the Epsom and maybe some of the other magnesium.
Yes.
All right, beautiful. This should all help, and it will move you through this phase, beloved, this integration phase.
Thank you very much.
Indeed, it is always so good to see you, beloved.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Indeed. All right, Catherine. Hello, beloved. I see you. How's my beautiful sister in the woods? How are the woods? How are my trees?
Oh my gosh, my woods are, I was crying with them today. So, okay. Yes, I feel all the energy and yeah, I have a hard time sleeping and all these things, but I keep reminding myself, yes, ground, 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 ground. Try to be out there in Mother Nature. And something has come up. I am so excited to say that I am finally at a place in my heart to release my home and sell it. So I was out on the deck today talking to my trees and crying and telling them things. And so the one thing is, I don't know how fast it's going to sell, but my financial advisor, we had a great meeting and he said, Catherine, sell your house, then just go rent somewhere. Just rent for a little while until you know where you want to go. So, since I'm already paying my taxes this year and everything, I was looking all around and I'm letting guidance let me go where it sends me. And I'm really excited about this. And I'm also more hope than I've ever had in my entire life for what's happening in the world. And at the same time, a lot of my friends I've heard of passing, and that weighs heavy when I hear stuff like that, but I always send it light and love and all that. But
Mm.
what's kind of come up is I'm meeting with a new realtor probably next week. And I don't know, what if I sell my house so fast that I don't even have time to like find a place, right? So I thought, well, since I paid my taxes and insurance already, should I just rent a room out at my house for the same amount of money I was probably going to have to pay renting somewhere until the house is sold, and then I'm boom, then it gives me time to look for a place that I put it out with angels and my guides that I'm asking for a miracle if I'm going to stay around the area, but I'm really flexible with where I'll go. So
Mhm.
I believe that it will happen for me. So are you getting any kind of like, yes, just rent a room here for someone until I sell, or just try and look now to find somewhere to go, but I don't know where, uh,
All
when
right.
I'm
Oh,
gonna, this
all
place
right.
is gonna
Oh,
sell.
all right. Take a nice deep breath. I'm just going to ask you, invite you to spend a moment in the now presence, the decision that you've made to let go. This is the energy of the snake. This is the new moon that is coming. It is the new year. You are ready to make these changes. Did you just celebrate a birthday?
Oh, no, not yet. Don't get me older yet.
All right, all right. Well, it feels like sometime around your birthday, everything will move more rapidly. And
Okay.
the decisions that you're making now are paving the way in your consciousness. They're like seeds that you've been planted in your consciousness to allow all of these other things to create alignment for you. I'm going to ask and invite you not to get ahead of yourself. All right, one thing at
Right.
a time. And you can ask spirit to co-create this with you. Your guidance is always there. They are the ones co-creating it anyway. I'm just going to ask you
Mm-hmm.
to allow that influence to be more palpable in your life right now. Anything that you wish for.
Yes.
Someone else was mentioning it, the manifestation, Prince, the Queen of Manifestation is here to align with your own manifestation abilities and to allow that to take hold of your decision making. Not to feel rushed or to pursue perhaps a living situation in a rushed manner. You can start looking around now. Give yourself time while you're preparing your house for sale. The house will need some time to for preparation for sale.
Yes.
The preparation for the sale of your
Yes.
house gives you that window that you are asking for to find the perfect, right, in accordance place for you to live. And it won't be too far from where
Exactly.
you are. Yeah. I am sensing
Oh, yay. Okay.
you're not going to have to go too much further. And your precious redwoods are, really going to hold you tight through this. So closely.
Aw.
Yeah. I don't see a
Thanks.
scenario,
Thanks
beloved,
so
but
much.
you're going to go too far because you have such a beautiful foundational life here that sustains you and supports you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Indeed. And reach out,
Thanks
reach
so much.
out, reach out. Do not be shy and do not feel or in any way consider yourself any kind of burden for reaching out and just needing a good cry or needing a good laugh or needing just someone to just reassure you and validate and mirror back to you some of what you're already feeling, which is really what I'm doing here. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I do feel I realized when all this was going on, it kind of happened real fast. And I
Yeah.
realized, oh, guess what, my dear? You've asked your team to do this. You have to have patience. They need the time to orchestrate this for you, honey. It's gonna be good. Don't worry.
And
And so then I felt a lot more centered when I did that. And I do take my stillness breaks and try to do grounding as much as possible and stay in alignment. And I think that's the big thing, really, for not just me, but for a lot of people, just staying grounded will help us all through this.
e- every day during this
Yeah,
particular period of time that feels so upsetting to so much in the collective. Okay.
yeah,
Every single thing.
exactly. Well, thank you so much.
Before you get
Appreciate it.
out of bed, and this is for everyone here, before you get out of bed, before you fall asleep at night, sometimes in the middle of the day, take time to set grounding. Anytime you're feeling lightheaded or off kilter or off centered or upset in any way, pull your car over to the side of the road and run energy and have a grounding mechanism. All right. All right. Blessed be, beloved.
Thank
And
you.
we can't wait to see
Love you.
what evolves and transpires for you. I see a beautiful new place for you, your new home.
Ah,
Um,
okay. I love that. Thank you.
It is light filled, filled with light. All right. All right, Melanie. Hello, beloved. I see you. Nice to have you with us tonight. Thank you for being here. What a beautiful
Hi,
smile. What a
thank you for
beautiful
having
smile.
me.
Of
I
course.
I love your energy.
Oh,
So
thank you so
thank
much.
you. You're so sweet. So I've been going through a bit of a rough time.
Mm,
That's an understatement. And I don't feel like I'm on my path. I'm on the right path. Um, I'm, you know, I would just like some guidance on how do I get onto the path that is meant for me. Like work wise, love wise, just anything. I feel like I'm bumping up against walls.
yes. Oh, again, take a nice deep breath and know that the divine breath of God and Source flows through you as well. And I'm going to invite you and ask that it starts with your heart. Your heart, beloved, has been in some ways wounded. And there is a closing down, a feeling of constriction and contraction around your heart, and everything that is just within reach of you, all those desires and dreams that you have of feeling in flow and feeling in alignment with your soul's path, beloved, flows through your heart. And so that is where the work is to start for you, is to begin opening and releasing some of the contraction, and the feelings of your heart will be hurt again. Work on healing the heart. And one place that is a release is the tears. Let the tears come.
I've been working on that. Feel it to heal it.
Feel it. You cannot heal what you cannot feel.
Mm-hmm.
That is it.
I agree. I agree with that.
The healing comes through being able to transmute and feel it fully. And there is no fatality in feeling the depth of that pain, but your heart is heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel an enormous burden that you're carrying. And the irony of your heart being wounded is there's a wall around it. You're protecting yourself. And so the funny thing about walls is nothing can get in. As much as you are protecting it, nothing else can get in. That makes sense to you? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's the how that I struggle with.
The how. The how to heal the heart.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when I hear this a lot, like speak to, like, let your heart, like soul led, or like your heart led, and I'm like, I'm like I'm in survival. Like no one else is gonna take care of me but me.
Right. The one place you can start is by being kind to yourself, giving yourself compliments instead of criticisms. Begin to take the breath into your heart. Feel the expansion, bring the light of heavenly source and the God I am wisdom into your heart. There are practices that you can just begin, again, easily on a daily basis that can begin to loosen up some of the stronghold and the contraction that exists around your heart space. It is one of tapping, taking your hands, and your own hand is a healing method, your own hand upon your heart. If your hand feels connected to source and guidance, just bring that light down through your hand, place it upon your heart, and begin to breathe. Just imagining that every breath you're inhaling is, light and source and love, and particularly from the cosmic mother. Do not think of divine source as some masculine embodiment or energy. This is a feminine energy for you.
Like Mother Earth, Gaia.
Mother Earth, Gaia, cosmic mother. There is mother in heaven as well. If you identify with Mother Mary or any of the lineages of the sacred feminine, they are much softer.
I spend a lot of time in nature, which I love, and that's very healing.
Beautiful. Do you ever lie down in nature and let Mother Earth just envelop you?
That's why I like the beach so much.
Okay.
It's my favorite thing.
Right. Try it in the forest. If you live
I love that. Okay.
somewhere, like build yourself a nest of leaves and twigs and something soft, and just have the experience of allowing the mother nurture, the mother nature, to envelop you and begin that healing process. It is about relinquishing, surrendering the heart to her. And tears may come, just do not be afraid. This is helpful for you, beloved. It is a tender time for you.
Yeah. Does it get easier? Like, why?
Ladies, Help me out here. Does it get easier? Everyone here who has been down the path, does it get easier? I want to say it does get easier. It is simple, but the mastery of it, you begin to build a fortitude of awareness to where you can say, oh, I know that, and I have the tools to know how to address that, right? You absolutely have everything, the wherewithal within you to begin to bring forth your sacred heart. It is your heart that will be the beginning of your healing journey. And once that occurs, from that, everything will flow. Life will flow, relationships will flow. You will start to know thyself in a way that, is beautiful and light and flourishing. You will no longer self-condemn yourself.
So I've been going about it all wrong because I'm like beginning healing. I thought that's all I've been doing. No?
Again, I would let yourself off the hook. You have not been doing it wrong. You just had some barriers and some, what we're seeing are some chasms in the way. You have to build some bridges across those chasms of woundedness so that you can easily walk across them into the free world. It's like your heart and you have become a fortress. And so let the drawbridge down and be able to walk across it. You can always return to the safe confines of your fortress, but you want to be able to move easily and safely between that and the outer world to expose yourself and so that you can be free to love. You are an empath. You are a deep, deep feeler. You feel everything. The other aspect of the journey is protection for yourself. Begin to learn and understand how to guard yourself and protect yourself from the energies at bay, the energies that you are confronted with. Know what is yours and know what is not yours. For not everything is your burden to hold and to carry. But you have been hurt, beloved, and that hurt just needs to be transmuted doesn't even fit the word right now or fit the experience. Right now, it is important for you to heal your heart enough where you feel safe to share your heart with others. Does this assist you? Is this helpful for you?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're going to be all right. You're going to survive this. And you have a lot of help and a community of people here that would, usher in assistance at any time you called or you needed it, including myself. Please reach out. You are not alone in this experience or this journey. That is part of you holding the heart so close, is feeling isolated and alone.
Yeah.
So please reach out and return thyself to, community where we can all participate and help you and reflect and mirror back to you, just like we do everyone here. Your beauty, your grace, your divinity, your aspirations, your soul, your wisdom. And together we will find your soul path, the one you are meant to walk and live in this incarnation. That is what's at stake.
Yeah, that's the path I want to be on. I don't know what it is.
Well, you are on that path. You cannot not be on that path. You are on that path. You're here laying your the stones at the altar of God right now. You're there. You're here. We feel you, we see you, and we're here to assist you. The light of God burns fiercely within you. And we shall see you soon, all right?
Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your heart with us. That's what it feels like. All righty. All right. Beautiful. Bonnie, I see your hand. Blessed be. Good to see you. How are you?
Good evening, Connie. Good evening, Sophia.
Good evening, beloved.
I am well, a little bit of heartache, but I think everyone has that right now.
Yes.
May I share a dream with you and ask for some wisdom in unraveling it a bit?
Right.
Very brief. My grandmother passed many decades ago, but she often comes in my dreams, and she had an amazing sense of humor. She was a big woman, jolly, strong, like a bull. Italian, of course, she came from Italy. So last night, I dreamed of my Nonna, my grandmother, and she was slender and younger, and she was wearing a blouse and a kind of a tight skirt, a long tight skirt, which is unusual for her, and a director's cap. She was making a movie. She was the director of a movie, and she was telling the two actors, where's your passion? You're supposed to be, loving partners. Where's your passion? Show her that you love her, and both of you. There's no passion here. And I was just delighted to see her. I was on the audience side watching her. She was behind the actors, and I thought, oh, this is wonderful. I must honor her as director. So I wanted to bring her a director's chair, with the white canvas paint and the white canvas back. And I looked around and I couldn't find one. And I was so sad that I couldn't honor her in that way. So after the dream, I will write down my dreams every day. I meditated and I had a conversation with her. And then I took a shower and the conversation went on. And the phrase or the sentence, I am the initiator, came to me. I am the initiator. And I had to think about all the things and events and activities that I have actually initiated over my lifetime. And, I had to honor that. I honor that.
Thank you. What a gloriously vivid dream. It is almost as though you slipped through some timelines and you were there with your grandmother in another timeline. You feel the realness and the effectiveness that your grandmother's imprint has had upon your own life. You're very much like her, creative. You're a creative, you're an artist. You work in the right brain hemisphere more than you feel the left brain, yes?
Yes.
Your grandmother was much the same orientation. And so as much as this dream was, yes, she is the director, it also came with a message. A message for you to be shaken awake again in your own life experience, that there is so much ahead of you, Bonnie. There's so much yet to be lived through your expression as Bonnie here. And I want to say you're an initiator, but you are also being initiated into the divine realm, into the divine elder woman, the wise woman, the ancestor woman that you are. There are wisdoms that you have held for centuries that you have the potential and the possibility, if you allow yourself to free yourself from all of the programming and the ideation that you somehow are this ego and you must have some limitations based on what you look at in the mirror, to begin to understand yourself as the greater I am, the greater elder, the initiate, the wisdom keeper of all of these sacred arts, these sacred methods that free the soul. There is such a lack of soul expression and ways for humans and people to express their soul's creativity and understanding. Things that haven't even been invented yet. And I see you as the great calling, the great teacher of some of those initiatives, those ways in which people can really tap into and draw from what is in their soul, what is their soul calling from their heart, because the heart chamber is the home of the soul. So your grandmother is very foreboding in coming to you last night and saying, where is the passion, Bonnie? Where is the passion in you to soldier on, to continue on, to be the warrioress, to not give in or give up quite yet? And it can be on your terms. It can be entirely your own creation and your own making. Does this prove helpful for you as a message in understanding and discerning who and why and what your grandmother and the relation that you hold with her is?
Yeah, I have felt often that she is one of my guides.
Yes.
Has been for many years, many decades.
As it
appears in my dreams so often as one information. My parents do too, but mostly my grandmother.
as is her grandmother.
And I wonder too if she had some special innate sensibilities, intuition, and I don't know. But she was creative. She was an amazing cook. She was an amazing gardener, seamstress, that kind of, from her generation, that was what she had at her fingertips.
As you've inherited from all of that line, that ancestral wisdom and knowledge. Let yourself free with it. Begin to draw forth some of that knowledge and that understanding and share that with others. It is within you. It is all within you. What is her name? Her first name?
Felishina. Felishina.
Felishina. What a beautiful name. So I would honor Felishina by creating a space in your living environment where you honor her and you ask for her assistance and help, yes?
Mm.
And for her inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
For she is there to inspire you, initiate you to your next calling, your next passion, your next creative expression.
It's already bubbling up.
Oh, goody, goody. And we are very excited to be witness and to be able to hold that for you. For everyone here, you would hold up something that you will create in the next few weeks, and we are going to ooh and awe at it, and all want to know how you did that.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, beloved.
Thank you for being here.
Indeed. Indeed. All right, Gina. Hello, beloved. I see you. So good to have your energy with us. It's an important piece that you add to our circle.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you.
I don't even know where to start. I'm at a place now that I have denied myself the ability to feel joy. Like I give, my heart's open. I can't receive. I have very extreme difficulty in receiving, and I really don't allow myself to get to a place where I feel joy like up here because of the fall so many times. And I'm going on an ayahuasca retreat in 10 days. So I'm hoping I can open enough. That's my goal, to stop standing at the door frame and go through the door. And any help or assistance or any guidance I can get.
Well, I am a strong advocate for plant medicine, for journeys, for assistance from the plant kingdom to offer us aid and assistance to work through some of our mental and emotional limitations, the harbingers, the things that really hold us back, the traumas. And ayahuasca, beloved, is indeed a powerful, potent medicine. I'm only going to ask that you do it with a trusted group that you have vetted and you know some of the participants. You have direct knowledge and experience with them, yes?
No.
So this is about you're throwing caution to the wind and showing up with a circle of people, but how are you trusting them? You need to have a level and modicum of trust in order for you to participate in this ceremony. How much trust, if you were to say, I trust myself, or I'm going to hand the trust over to the facilitators.
I trust myself.
All right.
I trust my intuition. I've been searching for a couple years now.
All right.
And I've had conversation, but I don't directly know, but I've had conversations with someone.
So now what's coming up is the idea and the level of expectation that you have around this to solve or resolve or purge you of this experience of your life or this area that you're not able to fully experience.
I'm actually open to whatever comes.
All right.
Whatever I don't really have an expectation. I just know that I keep hitting a wall or a door that I won't go through probably 4 times in the last couple years. I get in the flow, my heart's open, things are happening, and I retreat back into my cave.
All right. All right. Then this will be one of the first thresholds but it will not be the last. Just so there is an understanding and expectation from you that you may have to participate in this a few times before it's completely cleared.
Okay.
But it definitely will be the opening. It will be the beginning of a journey that you will say, this is working, or this is something that, I cannot participate in. Because one of the first aspects of the medicine experience can be the purging. Right. So don't get frightened or waylaid if that is part of the experience.
Right. I've done research. I've done extensive research.
All right. All right. Good. Then the only other aspect would be is I would ask that you sit down and you contact the facilitator and you set an interview where you have a conversation till you go into the experience, beloved, having a feeling of trust in the other who is guiding and guarding you.
Okay.
Right? These are called sitters or facilitators or the people that are going to hold your energy field as you walk through this medicine experience, because you are really you are transcending worlds. You are literally moving and allowing your consciousness to exist in another world, opening up a door to another world, another consciousness.
Right.
And so I want you to be sure that you have all your questions answered. of who's going to be holding that for you, so you can turn to that person in an hour of need or want and know that you're being held safely. Hmm?
Yeah.
All right. And it feels like a woman, okay? I would ask
It
that,
is a woman.
ask that it's connected to a woman,
Yes.
because you need that right now in your life experience.
Yes. Because I have walked my life hiding the divine feminine. That's what I need to integrate.
And the good thing about the ayahuasca journey is typically they do separate the men and women in terms of the experience of the journey, where, you sit in like a chamber with women and the men sit on the other side, and there's not a lot of interaction in that for that very reason. So be well. And if you need any support, advice, counsel, I'm here. I have been through many journeys myself. I would be more than happy to just, and write everything down that you can afterwards.
Okay.
Take a journal and make sure that the experience, it can be enriched, because it unfolds over time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I am delighted to hear that you're taking this step for yourself and allowing someone to step in and support you.
Thanks. It's
Right.
hard.
Right. Right. The independent warrior in you, beloved, is needs to be dismantled. Yes.
Okay. If you say so.
It's all right to get help. I think that's a theme we have here tonight, is it's all right to seek and ask and receive help.
Right.
Seek, ask, and then receive.
That's the hard part.
Right. I'm going to ask that you offer that prayer to your guidance in these coming days and weeks before you head into your journey. I'm willing to receive help. I'm open to receive the assistance and help and nurturance that I need.
I have been repeating that. I'm an open vessel to the divine.
And your guidance and I, we are on the same page. Thank you, beloved. Can't wait to hear of your experience. All right, everyone. Let's see who's next. Colleen, hello, hello, hello. So delighted to see you.
Hello.
You look so much better than the last time I saw you. Yes? Hmm?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Remember?
You've had a shift maybe through the weekend. There's been a shift in your energy. So it is a positive.
Oh,
It's a positive.
yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about because
Okay.
yeah, it's like a struggle to keep balanced. I'm gonna break. The buzzing in my ears,
Mm,
like I don't know if you can hear it right now, but
mm,
between the balance and then lately the energy,
yeah.
there's been like a buzzing through my body even. And but it's like
Mm,
all the time where it reminds me of an anxiety. And I'm like, I'm not there anymore. And I try to ground. I can clear it for a little bit and it's all back again.
mhm.
It's affecting my sleep.
Yes, 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 yes. And
Um,
what are you doing to protect yourself?
the divine diamond protection
Mhm.
and the divine white light around asking for higher purpose, only energy of higher purpose and energy of pure love and light, either transmuted or their guides come to take them home.
All right. Has there been any opportunity for you to open a door or a window and do a little bit of clearing out?
I do a lot of that, but we had a cold spell of 19 below here. And so I do open a window, a little crack enough to let some through. I can't, I can open a door for a little while. It can be really cold here. We're getting into a warmer snap here. Right now I've got some Palo Santo burning. Um, the house seems fine. My husband did just get home from Peru,
Oh
and
boy.
I know he's been through a lot.
Right.
And I think some of that, it's not a bad energy, but it's a very strong energy,
Right. Right.
is in the house.
Yeah, something has entered in, and I'm actually seeing you sitting near your hearth, even. Your
It's-
hearth. Do you have a fireplace or a hearth?
Oh, yes.
And doing some ritual and ceremony, perhaps some drumming, and to release some of what is coming and going. There seems to be an open door policy with
With what?
with the spirits that you have said, mm, allowed to freely come in and influence and occupy and share the space with you because you're so open, beloved.
Oh,
You have a very open heart and open nature since you've been on this path, and it is as if you've said, I want to experience it all. Do you remember saying that to your guides at some point?
that seems to be my model.
All right. So we're just going to ask that you set a bit of a parameter around you and start to challenge yourself and um, allow yourself to create more boundaries around your own sovereignty, times of days that you are willing to, it's kind of like my office hours or this.
Okay,
I'm
I've
not,
been
I'm
doing
not
that.
available 24/7 for the influences and the impact. And particularly with your husband, you warmly opened and embraced. And I even hear you saying to him, I want to hear everything, every morsel, every experience, every breath. And with that, it invited in everything that he brought home with him. So it is like sitting around the hearth with the spirits and saying, now is the time, like the sharing circle.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
A sharing circle, and you can both channel and receive the guidance and then say, all right, we're going to ask everyone to disperse now and lay down or to leave the space so that we may rest. You need to leave time for integration. Your husband is going through an enormous process and protocol of integration.
Yes, he is.
And so you can actually help him with that when you bring Moses in. And it is much like they used to do in the desert, beloved. So use your intuition to create some ritual, some simple ritual around the hearth. I know it's too cold to go outside right now, but it feels, again, the elements need to be all involved in this, the water, the fire, the air, the earth.
Okay. All right.
A little bit of all. Create a grid where all the elements feel that they are being honored.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That's going
And
to
then
help.
and then ask the sound, the ringing in your ears, ask them, say, please, beloveds, I know to step back, to turn the volume down, literally turn the volume down.
Where is this coming from? Because I keep being told I have tinnitus. And
Mm,
I
well,
don't feel it is because it changes and it's
it's not. It is the frequencies and the availability to which you have said, I want to hear the cosmos. I want to hear the frequencies from the astral planes. And you've like opened up a door to that, beloved, and sort of let all of that. It's not quiet out in the universe.
no, it's not.
It is not at all. We have a tendency to think it is dead, quiet, dark space, but it is very, very alive with.
Yes, it is. I can vouch for that.
So that would be the protocol and the process. And if you need additional help, let's get together and we can walk you through some ritual and some protection protocols. Yes. Protocols of protection.
Okay. I can do the closed door policy when I go to bed.
Good. This will begin to help, and even say your bedroom is off limits, yes? And set some
Okay.
candles around and Palo Santo in the bedroom, and just like usher them out the door and close the door and say, I will see you tomorrow.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Indeed. All right. I'm going to put your hands on. Irene, I see your hand is up. I'm going to lower some hands here so I can keep track of everyone. Hello, Irene. Nice to see you again. Oh, you're muted, beloved. You're muted. Right.
Can you hear me? Can you
I
see me?
can. There you are. I can see you and hear you now. Yes. Good.
Yay.
Good to
Okay.
see. Good to see you. Good to see you.
You too.
Yeah.
I've been having my question is that I'm still feeling a lot of blockage And now I feel that a lot of my visions are coming in dimmed. There's no light. I feel like I feel like they turned down the brass on the TV,
Mm, mm.
the contrast or whatever you want to call it to make it, bright. And
Okay.
I have a hard time making out my visions, and I don't know what that is, why that is.
All right. So you're aware and familiar with your other senses of psychic abilities, yes? Your clairaudience, your hearing, your feeling,
Mhm.
your claircognizance. So it
Yeah.
feels right now that there is something else wanting to emerge. Hmm?
Mm.
It's like when one sense is removed, other senses become more acute. Have you ever experienced this phenomena?
No, this is the first time.
There's,
Yeah.
there's a feeling right now that the incoming messages from your spirit guides, from your team, actually, you have a group. They're wanting to send you messages in alternative forms. They're wanting you to pay attention in a way that might seem mm, not unnatural, but unfamiliar to you. So
Mm.
how are you in your feeling state, your emotional state? How is your state of emotions been the last 2 or 3 weeks, they're saying?
Um, it's been my emotions have been really high the last couple of weeks, especially this last week.
Mm,
Um, I've actually had some healings. I attempted to have some healings clearing done on Friday. And then early this morning, I had another one from a different type of healing.
all right, all right. This is
But
all helpful. It's kind of loosening the log jam a bit, but
mm,
the real need is for you, beloved, to go in and begin to discern and identify what is the emotional healing that you are being called to be aware of.
yeah, I don't know.
Your emotions are another way. The feeling state that we have is another clear way that spirit speaks to us
Mm,
in our emotions. If it is anger, or if it is acute sadness, or if it is the anxiety that you feel. And so the work, beloved, can be to go toward that feeling and to begin to have dialogue and conversation with that feeling,
okay.
with that state of sadness. What is it that you are sad, mad, unhappy about right now? What is causing the disruption? Because that is interfering from you being able to get from point A to point B. Yes? It is, it is like something sitting right there in the middle that you're not looking at. Hmm?
Yeah, I don't know. The only other thing is that my youngest daughter is going through a lot of emotional and depression, anxiety, and
Mm.
self-harm.
All right.
And I've been told that she's interconnected with me. I
Mm.
don't know how that is, but she's somehow interconnected with me. And I've been feeling a lot of her pain, but she also has fibromyalgia.
Ah, all right. Yeah,
And I
this,
don't know if it's her. That's the only other thing that's been affecting me. It's just her.
right. Well, right now it's a combination of
Mm,
a physical experience that you're physically wanting to carry some of that pain that she's experiencing, and then the emotional response that you have to it. You are feeling like you want to mitigate or eradicate that from her. Like you would be willing to take that on for her, yes?
Yes.
To
Uh-huh.
to relieve that from her.
Yes.
This is the work that you are being faced with, and it is the work of the heart as well.
Okay.
You're so connected through the heart that
Mhm.
you are transposing some of her pain body into your own. You're trying to take it on and transmute it through your own psychic abilities and wisdom.
Yeah.
And this is, I'm going to add a cautionary note. This can be difficult and even a bit harmful if you're not understanding and knowing what it is that you're working with.
Yeah.
Energies that you're
Mhm.
working with, trying to transmute another's pain, even if you are the most experienced or enlightened healer. It is not for you to take that on.
Okay.
And so the work, beloved, is for you to work with your guides, work with your healing temple, work with your holy fire Reiki technologies and your healing methodologies. Yes?
Yes.
That is how you do this.
Okay.
It is not incumbent or necessary for you personally, Irene, to say, I'm willing to take this on. It is like a osmosis almost.
Okay. Yeah, because I've asked for me to take it and not her.
Ah, all
I
right.
want her to be free of pain. And
This is
she
it.
doesn't want to be here on this earth anymore.
You are navigating on a razor's edge, beloved,
Mm.
wanting to, because you are so powerful,
Mm.
have such innate and beautiful healing gifts of the healer. I
Mhm.
would
Yes.
really caution you to work with your healing methodology and your modality to ensure that you are remaining in the separate form and allowing these healing energies to come through you, not trying to bring them from her into you to transmute them.
Okay.
This is, I'm going to just caution you and to get some assistance. Who is your teacher, your healing teacher? Are you a Reiki master, or you have some healing hands method that you've worked with?
Just a Reiki, my Reiki mentor. That's the only one. I don't.
Is it a master Reiki mentor? We have make Reiki
Yeah.
mentors here, do we not? Anyone here is a master Reiki? I have someone I will send you and connect you with who is a holy fire Reiki master. And I would strongly urge and recommend that you possibly do a few sessions with her. Okay.
Okay.
Just to lay a foundation for yourself, and it's called sovereignty and
Mhm.
your ability to separate yourself from that experience of wanting to take another's pain and become the transmuter.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And this can interrupt and get in the way of some of your psychic gifts being online because you are trying so hard to be in another's experience.
Yeah.
Is this helpful for you?
Yes, it is.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Please reach out to me in the next day or so, and I will connect you with this teacher. And hopefully, you can learn some boundaries and some ways in which you can set up a scenario of safety
Hmm.
and create better results for both yourself and your daughter.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to help you and see you, but it is a bit more entangled than just a
Yeah.
brief conversation here. Yes.
Oh.
All all
Well,
right.
thank you. I appreciate you.
Blessed be. Yes, there's a lot of
Mhm.
entanglement. We want to save, especially those that we love and hold so dear in our hearts. And yet we have to kind of be the watcher and the observer and work with our neutrality. Yes.
Yeah.
Neutrality. Do you all remember that beautiful gift of neutrality is going to come in very handy for all of you in the coming weeks and months of this year? Well,
Okay.
thank you, Irene. All right, just
Mhm.
a few more questions. I don't know that we'll have time to do the meditation, but I can record it and I'm happy to send it out and you can have it in your inboxes in a day or so, in the next day. So happy to do it. It's powerful and it is delightful to be able to do this for all of you. All right, Michelle, hello, beloved. How is my girl from the South? Yes?
Doing good. Earlier, I had a
You are holding quite a bit of the grid, of the healing grid right now in your place of residence, yes?
oh yes,
You
I
feel
got
the convergence of a lot of energies there right now. Thank you for your service.
thank
Thank you for your service. Wow. Oh my goodness.
you.
Yes. You were like a pillar, a pole, peace pole where the energy comes in from divine and you're just trying to plant it there, plant it where you be.
Mm, oh, absolutely. That and with that, there is so much going on.
Mhm.
Um, I ended the year purging a lot of what didn't serve, ready to go, had a bunch of stuff planned, and then so far this year, I have physically done minimal compared to before, but I've been doing a lot of gathering, a lot of learning, a lot of investing. Um, this past Saturday, I got my crystal healing certificate, so I
Oh,
can start going with that part, so I can start teaching the tangible parts with confidence.
one.
Um, Bringing some more stuff in, and I've noticed there's the fluctuations as I will feel really good. And okay, yes, I've got all this planned and everything's going to be good. And then I get the fluctuation down where there's the worry and there's everything, and almost like I'm tapping myself because I'm going into a new place of comfortable. I'm going out of the comfortable and going into something else, and it's scary. And is this all part of it? And then the second part is I now feel that Artemis is coming to me big time. And if there's anything with her also that is going to be beneficial for this ride.
Well, it's all beneficial. It is all serving you in ways that, you were unfolding, and this was all coming 2 years ago, 3 years ago for you when you first elected to be where you are. I mean, what we want to offer you is recognition and acknowledgement for all the work that you have been doing. And if ever there was time when you were lamenting or worrying, like, why am I here? Why have I brought myself here? It was to enable you to be in this place where you are right now, emerging. This is emerging. And part of your emergence is you being able to hold the energies as they are in this heightened state of fluctuation. In particular, where you are, it's almost like you're at the crossroads and you're bridging the before and the after. Where we are is crumbling. It is. Have you ever watched one of those movies? I'm thinking Indiana Jones, is that he's running, the bridge is crumbling as he's running across. Yes.
Yes.
Is that energy is kind of what you are holding. You're trying to get everyone safely across before it all collapses. And so all of this that you're setting in motion for yourself right now is just to serve that higher purpose, for you are stepping into, the Artemis, the Venus, the goddess I am, the Bodhisattva that you are, to be able to hold humanity in its place of the new earth. There is an understanding that you have, that you live and dwell in. It is like living in an alternate universe that you understand as you're helping to usher people through. And what is so confounding is feeling as though they still don't see it. And you have to talk to people or talk to individuals that you're talking like Greek to them. And yet you still have to hold fast to the work that you're doing, knowing it is for the higher consciousness, the collective that is emerging rather than the one that is dismantling, crumbling. And you, more than anything, anyone here understands that. You've been living that reality for quite some time.
Mhm.
So I guess the answer to your question is yes, it's all part of the greater plan, the witnessing that you are doing right now. And I think of, many of the gods and deities and ascended masters that have gone before you knew of the plan before they arrived. And yet they also knew they had to go through what we're going through in order to survive it. And you are one of the anchor points, one of the pillars, the poles in a place that is so desolate and isolated that it might feel very alone right now, but I assure you, you are not. You're being called. You're being called to the greater order.
Hear your name 3 times, please.
Aisha Scott.
Oops. It's all right. So unmute again, Michelle. Yeah, thank you. All right. Does this help you understand? And did it answer your question? I'm not sure it answered specifically the question that you had upon your heart, but again, mirroring and validating and reflecting back for you this understanding that you aren't really living in the world as everyone sees it. You are living in the alternate universe, the earth that's already been created that you are ushering people into.
That makes sense, definitely on the soul level.
Right.
In the day-to-day
I know.
ego, it doesn't. And there is such a split with them. It's beautiful. And the good thing is, and I noticed today that I was able to just be in the neutral on it.
Good. Progress. This is progress. Right. Right. And the more that you see it emerging, the more that you engage in conversations and the more that you allow your guides to show you those images and pictures of the light of, there are people and communities that dwell in this, constantly. You have responsibilities, I understand, in this world that you're holding to, but yeah, I would just urge you to just stay in the light. It's just like I'm seeing a tunnel of light for you that you just keep going forward.
What I'm doing.
All right. Thank you, beloved.
And that's probably why I need some sleep.
There is a lot of plasma, a lot of resonance coming into our earth plane with the planets moving. There was a lot of movement this weekend. So many of you probably felt some of the upset and the turbulence from that. It was like we were being shoved around in a tunnel of wind. All right. All right. Beautiful. We have another question, and it's just about time to wrap it up. But Anne Marie, I see your hand. Thank you, Michelle, for being here. And I hope that I was helpful for you. All right, Anne Marie, I see you. Hello, beloved. Welcome home. Welcome back to everyday life. You sort of went off into another world yourself, yes?
Yes, and it was
Yes,
beautiful.
I felt you swimming in history, and it was like beautiful for you to get in touch with all those lifetimes of yours.
Yes, I healed a couple, and then I ended up being sad about it, another one, but that's okay.
All right. Yes, this is what when you go to these physical places and you have these flashbacks and these memories, these soul imprints, they're like looking at a picture of your second birthday, yes?
Yes.
And saying, "Oh my gosh, I remember being and living here and having these experiences." What a beautiful thing for you to have. Yeah.
Yes, it was really nice, and it made my holiday perfect.
Oh, that's wonderful. Tell everyone here where you traveled to and just a little bit of a synopsis.
I took a Rhine River cruise from Amsterdam to Basel, Switzerland for the Christmas holiday and New Year's holiday. So I got to see the old country and all the way that they do Christmas over there.
The old country, yes.
The old country, yes.
What a delight. So how can I assist you tonight? What is on your mind and your heart that you would like
Well,
support with?
Over the last 2 weeks, with all this new chaos that's been happening in the world, I have found myself just breaking down in tears. And I just wanted to know if this was stuff that I was processing through me, or if this was stuff of the collective that I was processing.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. So, yes. There is a tendency for us to look at all the change and the creation of alternate methods of handling things out there in the world and be upset by it and be, challenged by it. And what I want to caution everyone here about is this is the great shift. Change is difficult, challenging, no matter who is in charge. So part of this analogy or metaphor that we were sharing with Michelle, the bridge collapsing, is part of what is happening and would be happening regardless of who was in power. I would caution you to not look at the particular man that is in power and, regard him as the person causing this. It is a whole catalyst change that has been happening for some time now. And the root of it is the shift in consciousness. That all of you light workers are here on the planet right now asking for change. It could not continue on. What was happening, beloveds, was not sustainable on anyone's watch or anyone's guard. So it is necessary and it is shocking. And again, anytime we are asked to change or do something unfamiliar, it is jarring. It is jarring to our nervous system. It puts us on edge. The tragedy and the sorrow is so many lives are being impacted and affected by this. So what can you do? Really, what's being asked of all of us is what can we each individually do? And that is to be there as a safe harbor for people. If you are called to help and assist someone, please do so. If this is in your highest calling, without putting your own self in danger or in any regard. But I'm not going to say it's pretty. Oftentimes it's not when real transformation, shift, and change is upon us. It is not that, but it will settle down. So we were asking, what is the question? Will it subside? Will it even out? Will it?
Oh, it was more for what is the best way for me to do it, because I know that a lot of it is I've got 40 years of government experience, and I'm just sitting here like watching it just be like pulled apart and torn apart. And it's like, okay, I said, I know there's change and change is good and we need change. But I also see and feeling the effects that it's having on the other people. It's like what they're doing to these kids in schools is bad. I mean, it's just, and my heart breaks out. I said, these people go to work. I said, and all of a sudden they don't come home because they're on an airplane going back to their original country. And the wife and the kids are at home waiting for dad to come home for dinner, and he's never coming home. Or they're pulling kids out of school and saying that they're taking them out because they're criminals. They're 14 years old, but they're criminals. Yeah. And it's like, what is going on? But I'm feeling this, and I just don't know what to do other than send them love and light.
Right, and that is what is necessary is for you to anchor and ground the light that can surround the situation to ease some of the calamity. Okay. It feels horrifying to the naked eye, to the ego's eye of what is happening. And I understand that completely. I don't want to diminish or remove any of the pain body that it is causing people. Change and transformation is always difficult. Mm-hmm. I assure you, it is a shift in consciousness. You can only hold your piece of it. And that piece is light, 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 ground, 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 multiple times a day if necessary. This is a shift that has been long coming for your world and your societies. It is moving you back into, believe it or not, alignment, divine alignment, so that everything, everyone, as you say, can be taken care of and nurtured. That is a hard concept and construct to understand given what you are faced with, right? And the images that are being perpetrated upon you from your media and your televisions and your computers, yes?
Yes.
I would hope and ask you not to get so caught up in those images and pray for the individuals that, you know, light and understanding will come to them as well. Yes?
Yes.
What are others feeling? You know, that is just not a time where the chaos is the truth. The truth of all that is happening is your love and your light can help to appease and calm some of this down. You each have the ability to contribute and participate in some of sending light and love and healing to these areas of rupture. I mean, it has been happening though for so long that I don't want to suggest that you haven't been doing it, but you think of all the war and destruction that has been happening all across the globe, and it is now in your backyard. And this is what's most upsetting, yes?
Yes.
Right, right. And so whether it is, you know, anger or it is sadness or however it is that you feel towards these particular episodes and events that you are being exposed to, please be aware of your emotional field around it. Neutrality. You know, experience it through the lens of allowing it to be seen through the lens of neutrality. For in God's eyes, in divine's eyes, in the divine realm of consciousness and energy, there is no right or wrong, bad or good. It just is.
Yes.
And that is hard to reach for when you see the pain and the expression of tears and crying and woundedness in people. But this is nothing new to your humanity. It is just so close to you now. It might even affect and impact people that you know.
That's why I was wondering, because of my past of being associated with the government and the military, and I don't watch it. I just catch up with it, and just catching up with it is like it hurts. It just
It,
and so I'm wondering if I should just acknowledge the hurt and feel it
yes,
and release it to the light, and then flood it with light.
that is all, those are all ample ways to be effective, to guard yourself, to hold yourself in that extreme light, that you are witness to this. You are not contributing to this. You contribute to this when you get upset or angry or sad or you know, find yourself in heaps of tears around it. That is adding to the energy that is creating it. It's holding back and holding the highest vibrational tendency and energy for what has to occur, and ask that it happen in the highest and best for all participants and all involved.
Okay.
For there is a divine plan at work here, beloveds, that is so hard for any logical, egoic-minded part of us to understand fully. That is the cautionary tale, is to shift your focus to one of neutrality and one of mindfulness and one of love and peace, and know that you are part of that plan too. I'm going to go back to what I was referencing at the beginning of tonight's call, is we are being asked in ways that we have never been asked before to hold the vigil of our divine self rather than our human self. And what does that feel like and act like and look like? As opposed to the aspect of us that is human, but is really in spirit here in human form. Are you buying into that illusion or buying into the illusion that you are spirit having this human experience? You are having a human experience and it is painful, no matter which way you slice it. It doesn't matter. You're going to see pain. You're going to see horror. You're going to see death and illness and causation. And it doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah, because you can't have the good without the bad, because it's all of source.
And that's the entropy of it, where if you allow for what's been emerging for quite some time, since 2012, since the Great Convergence, this has been coming now for over a decade, is the balance is coming back where you can actually achieve this only by the eradication and the destruction of this. There has been so much wrong with humanity for so long. It is not just isolated into this, one candidate's, presidency or multiple presidencies. He is just bringing to light all that, needs to change. And I'm not saying that the change that he's presenting is better, but it is change nonetheless for people to start to come together to say, what is it? If we don't want this and we don't want that, what is it that we do want? What is it that you do want instead? And that has to be the reconciliation within each and every one of us. That has to be spirit working through you, walking in this world as you, anchoring that light that only comes from divine. How can you be the Magdalene, the Yeshua, the Moses, the Abraham, the Bodhisattva, the goddess, the Venus, the Artemis? How can we be that and walk in the world? Anchor that energy. The Buddhas, the peaceful ones. So with that, it is over our time. I'm going to end and complete our time, but be in spirit. Stand in your sovereignty, in your light, and anchor that light into earth as often and as frequently as you can. That's what will make this change and shift easier for all of us. I hope this has been helpful. I bless each and every one of you. I honor your presence. I honor your beingness. I honor your journeys, for your journeys are what are important. And let's help each other make each of our journeys a bit lighter and easier. And that we can each do for each other and for ourselves and each other. Namaste. Peace be with you.
Thank you so much, Connie and Sophia. Bye, everybody.